Some viewers may find the following video disturbing. Viewer discretion is advised.
Hey everyone, welcome to the discussion for Keepers, a beautiful game for clever people. Alright, this is a activity, 100%. This is a very difficult game to actually just sit down and review, because if I was to review it compared to literally anything else, this would be a whatever. But to be completely honest, if I hadn't played this with the actual photographer of this game at Gen Con, I would have looked at it and been like, oh, these are really good, and then I would have walked away.
Right.
But with that being said, I clearly own it. The photographer was a very wonderful, funny gentleman, and is extremely talented. I mean, these...
Extremely
talented. I mean,
that's amazing.
Whenever I was back at the Airbnb, I opened up my friend's copy, and I was like, I'm going to pick which one of these is my favorite. And I had like 10, and I'm like, I really can't decide. They are all just so good. And I asked him, do you use any like trick stuff, any photo editing software? And he said not really. He tries to use filters or anything that is authentic whenever he's actually taking the shot.
Did elongate this lemur's tail.
But overall, I believe that to be natural. And he also has, I think I actually got rid of it, but maybe it's in this box.
His business card?
No, he had something to where you can actually, I think, go on a certain website to figure out like this very specific photo camera settings that he took to get the shot. So we could look up what did he use, what millimeter, what lens.
Very cool.
To figure out how he actually took these. And I think that's a brilliant addition to a game like this.
Yeah.
Overall, like, there's really nothing to it. You're probably going to own this if you just want something to do, I guess.
This is Coffee Table Book, the game.
That's very true. And it's by Van Ryder Games, and they're known for other stuff. They made Final Girl, they made Hostage Negotiator, they've done graphic novel games.
Okay.
So this is definitely something that's weird that they picked up to have as like on their catalog. But it's very peaceful. It's something for a lot of people who can do that. Well, we got 20 minutes. Let's do something instead of being on our phones.
Or they're not going to finish with their game for half an hour.
Yeah.
We can do this and sip wine.
Exactly. Like, for me, it's a very kind of tranquil game. I really like nature-themed games, like Meadows, Everdell, Arc Nova. But, I mean, that's Arc Nova's like, you have this, then you have Arc Nova. They couldn't be more opposite. But that's always the theme that I'm kind of drawn to, so I'm not upset that I own this game, but I'm definitely not breaking it out all the time. What do you guys think?
It was, it's kind of hard to explain, because it's just very there.
Yeah.
But also at the same time, like, I think word games where you have to be kind of smart about what you want to say, or like you kind of have to stretch, because you don't just want to say, like, pretty...
Right.
Blue, like, sky.
Yeah,
like,
natural.
Yeah, horny.
Yeah.
You can't always say that.
Right. Because unlike Dixit, which is kind of what this reminds me of, where Dixit is you give a clue, but you don't want to be so on the nose, because you want people to, like, they're like, oh, well, clearly that's his, because you want people to vote for yours without really knowing that it's yours, so that's how you get points. Right. That has some semblance of strategy on the cards that you're picking, but they're also very abstract.
Yeah.
To where you can take any one card, and it's like, oh man, what do I do with this one?
Bizarre, no relation to anything else.
Exactly.
These at least have a common theme.
They do.
That can be drawn on.
Right, so it's like, if you think Dixit is light, this is lighter than that.
Oh yeah.
Like, I don't even know, like, I can't even think of a more gateway kind of game than this.
I wouldn't even
honestly.
consider it a gateway game because I wouldn't even consider it a game.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Like you said, activity.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, and the winning and losing, it's the focus is clearly look at the pictures.
Yeah. Yeah. Like
enjoy the pictures.
Yes.
And then one thing real quick.
Right.
As an excuse to have a deck of pictures.
Exactly. Yeah, the Van Ryder found this photographer, thought his pictures were awesome, and they're like, well, we can't just sell pictures. We're a gaming company. How do we put any spin on this? Mm-hmm. And I can't think of any other way that you could have done it besides make it about this and just be like, okay, well, be artsy about it. You come up with a non-noun word and describe something, but also it could be negative. It could be the opposite.
Yeah.
Of
that was the only clever twist,
right?
that they put into it that kind of makes it a game.
Yeah, exactly. And even then, but it's like if you are trying to win and have the most, I think the one where it's the opposite is so obvious. Like
if
for me,
nobody else does it, yeah,
if no one else does it, because I find whenever people do the same one, it actually kind of becomes where you're more like, which one do I think is the most peaceful? There's 4 here that are really good, and then you do kind of think a little bit more. But whenever it's like, I chose, peaceful, and then you do a lion or something, and it's like in something that's all waterfalls and ocean. Well, here's the one dangerous thing. It's like, okay, well, clearly that would be an opposite. So I guess I'll vote for that. Because the very last one we had in the run-through, I think you had, or Kat had, like, the red panda in it.
I did have a red panda.
And it's just like, well, that's just not fun to even vote for, because it's so obvious it's like, I didn't put it down.
What was it? Hydration?
Yeah, hydration, and there was a squirrel or something.
But it was sticking and stuff.
Right, so that's why it's like kind of it's like, I almost feel like if you're gonna, because you could probably do something, just do 2 variants. Be like, okay, you have to do the opposite. Pick a word, you have to pick something in your hand that is the opposite of that, and that's all you could vote for.
And everybody does the opposite?
And everyone does it.
You got it.
So then it kind of puts a spin on it, to where you have to kind of think and be like, what is the most opposite of that word? Mm-hmm. Or make it to where you do have to vote for one or the other. One and the other. Like one that matches it and one that doesn't match it.
Yeah.
To make it a little bit more kind of fair.
Or
I don't know.
At least competitive.
Huh?
Or at least competitive.
Right.
Yeah. But, yeah, I think it's an excuse to look at wonderful, wonderful pictures.
That's really it. Yeah. Yeah, it's like, I think I ended up picking this one as my favorite.
It's a good one.
But yeah, because like if people are going like cuddly, and then you see the rabbit and then the tarantula, well, clearly, I guess, the rabbit's cuddly, and then
they're both very cuddly.
Yeah, both are fuzzy.
No, I didn't say fuzzy. I said cuddly.
But fuzzy equals cuddly.
Some people might think that tarantulas are cuddly.
Some people do.
And
Absolutely.
they need to be locked up forever.
Some people do.
Yeah. I got nothing else to talk about on this game.
I think that's
It is.
So here's the problem. Ranking.
Right.
Can we rank it separately on style and gameplay?
It really kind of has to come down to that, because it's like...
We're going to have to give it a 2 for the rules.
The rules were confusing, especially when you didn't know them.
I know.
On art, it's like 9, 10 out of 10.
Uh-huh.
It's so good.
Yeah.
I would gladly have any one of these framed and hung up.
Or a frame with a bunch of them.
Mm-hmm.
A mosaic of them.
Because, you just... Every time, like, they were getting revealed, I was always excited to see, like, just what they were.
Yeah.
None of the monkeys are hanging on my wall.
But in terms of if I were to actually rate this game as a reviewer, it's so hard, because it's like I can't even think of an accurate rating.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, I would not even consider it a game.
Right.
It's an excuse. The rules of the game are an excuse to look at the pictures.
Yeah.
And to really look at them and think about them.
Yeah. And that's necessary. Like, so there was a game that came out a few years ago called Dice Settlers. and that game was just so nothing of whatever. It actually, I mean, it was a game, but it was just so generic in every aspect that it's like, what the fuck do I give this?
Yeah.
Like a 5 even seems too high, but it wasn't bad enough to be like a 2.
Right.
So it's like, okay, whatever. And those games, hardly come out where it's like, what is this? Is this just a cash grab from a company? Maybe that's what this was. I don't know. But this is also kind of in that same vein where it's like I can't rank it because 5 seems too low, but I can't give it any higher than that.
And here's what makes it not a cash grab, because if they wanted to cash grab, this would be stock photo of the game.
Yeah.
And it's not, because like there's clear like artistry, like this is a composition, not a poorly cropped photo. And that's what I like about it. So I mean, I
think it's a passion project.
Yeah.
I think Byron, Georgiorian or Uriorian, however, he didn't really say his whole name, but whatever, maybe he was the one that's like, hey, I have all these pictures, sure, I want to get them out there, and he contacted, I don't know how, I should have asked him how he got in, how he even made this game, how it came to be, because I think that is, like you said, besides just making a book of these pictures, he was like, oh, I play games, and maybe people would be interested in seeing them.
Or maybe he's published several books and just trying another medium.
Yeah.
Because nature-themed games are taking off, so let's just throw together this.
And it could just be the fact that he is a photographer and he likes board games, and he's like, how can I combine passions?
Sure.
That could be.
Sure. So, yeah, this is just one that you play, that, like, I could see, like, this is going to sound really bad, but, like, nursing home, being at a nursing home and just, like, very just casual, you're just...
Actually, yeah. That's not a bad...
Well, and I can already
or high tea, or...
Yeah.
I can already... Yes, high tea. I can already think of 2 people that, like, I would play this with. I would play it with Steven and Crystal, and I would play it with Connor and Caitlin. I was like, my friend?
Connor and his
woman.
Wife. Yeah, I mean, and we all bought it. Like, it was me and the 2 people I went with, Keith and Devin, and we had a good time. Like, I had a good time playing it.
Because it inspires laughter as well, which I think is very important, because, like, you want to have fun when you're playing a game.
Yeah.
I think.
And you might, I mean, I'm sure if there were people who are more artsy than us who played this, they could get a little more deeper with it. They could even try and start describing actual, what kind of picture this is, like what shot this is called. I have no clue. I took photography in high school and hated the teacher. Money shot. So you could probably go a little deeper, but this is one where the game isn't giving that to you. You as players are modifying the game. I even just talked about 2 ways you could change it to make it a little bit more strategic. So it lends itself to that a little bit more while also having incredible art. So I can't rank it. I don't think any number is going to be accurate.
Well, because, at least in my mind, the 2 are so divergent.
Right.
Gameplay, 3.
Right.
Art, 10.
Yeah.
Yes.
So then you average,
composite.
and it's like, but it's not fair to average that out.
Yeah.
Because normally when we rank stuff, it's like, okay, here are the negatives I have for it, here's the positives, how does that balance out versus what I feel, and then you take other factors in, like, well, the insert sucks, or the game hurt me when I was setting it up, or tearing down.
You're never gonna let that go.
Man, no, I should sue that company.
You got gangrene from your name.
Fucking infested.
Why is it infested?
Because they had some weird bitch chemicals on it that infected my... I said infested, I meant to say infected.
I know, I just thought it was funny.
So yeah, I'm gonna leave this as an NA.
Yeah. I agree.
I'm not even gonna rank it. I have it as I owned it on Board Game Geek, but I'm not gonna give it a number because
there isn't one number.
You know what? Because it's a passion project and we're not considering a game, it would probably be an 8 or 9 if I was to rank it as what we are taking it as, of wonderful artwork and just casually sitting around and looking at art. Then yeah, 8 or 9, because there's not a single bad one here.
But again, that's exactly what coffee table books are for.
Exactly.
So
Yeah, exactly. Because like every time, even the ones I've seen before, like, hey, this reminds me of Petrichor. Never mind, this game is invoking horrible memories. This game
I'm
sucks.
having PTSD.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Thanks. No, I'm suing you. I'm gonna take both you and the shitty Holy Grail games to court. Yeah, and I'm pretty sure that's kind of where a lot of people are going to be at. And if you're bitter about something like this, then
this will help you be more bitter.
yeah.
Be more bitter. Embrace it.
You guys got anything else?
I think we touched on it.
Do you think there'll be an expansion?
Yes.
Yes.
You think so?
If it sells well enough.
Yeah, I don't know how it did. I think
Sold 3 copies just to you.
that's true. I would, because all these nature games, they always go kind of land and they always go aquatic. So, and he has a lot of river shots, but he doesn't have anything of like there is one in here, and it made me think of that with
The one thing I will say to everybody, just so that there's no surprise.
Here we go. There's
no
like-
people. It's all
Yes, it
it's
is.
all landscapes and
Yes.
it's all wildlife.
Yes.
And it's all flora.
yes,
But it's a mix of close-ups and landscape,
Mm-hmm.
large.
yeah, look at that one.
Wow.
Oh, I was like, what the fuck is that?
It's a log. No, it's a crocodile, and that's what made me think if there were going to be an expansion because
thought
it's
it was
like
a pufferfish.
like one of a lot of fish or sharks or stuff like that could be really cool. But yes, there are no
Depends on where
portraits,
it goes.
which I very much appreciate. This is my style of art. When I go to an art museum, these are what I look for. I don't like portraits. I don't like real people or anything like that.
Fucking Van Gogh.
I also do not like real people. Okay.
But like, yeah, like whenever it's like, okay, I can clearly appreciate that this is very well done. I hate it. But yeah, like they're so good. They're so good. So, you guys got anything else?
Nope.
All right. Well, that's our thoughts on keepers. Yeah, let us know what you think of the activity in the comments below. Other than that, like, comment, share, and subscribe, and have a wonderful whatever time of day it is for you. Hey everyone, thank you for watching, and I really hope that you enjoyed the video. If you would like to see more of my content, go ahead and click that subscribe button and the bell to be notified whenever I upload any new content. If you feel like supporting the channel, you can go ahead and click that Patreon link to be taken to my Patreon, and any help is truly appreciated. Other than that, stick around for any other run-throughs or reviews or cool top 10s or whatever I feel like putting on. Other than that, like, comment, share, and subscribe, and have a wonderful whatever time of day it is for you.